The Sex Offender Registry is supposed to help you protect yourself and your family by letting you keep tabs on potential threats, predators in your own neighborhood.
It has been more than a year since a Target 8 investigation helped prompt state lawmakers to make it clearer who the real sex predators are by separating offenders based on threat level. But Target 8 investigator Ken Kolker found if the new and improved registry is to be believed, those predators, they're everywhere.
I mean, should the neighbors be afraid of you?
No, not at all.
Okay.
And I like to keep it that way.
He fondled a 4-year-old boy, a relative, 6 years ago, got probation. That landed him on the state police sex offender list for life on Tier 3, the worst of 3 tiers.
Tier 3 will be the dangerous predators.
A Target 8 study of 146 sex offenders in the 49503 neighborhood found that it's hardly an exclusive club. Nearly 3/4 are on that third most dangerous tier. And like Wilson, nearly half of those Tier 3 members targeted kids, most of them under 13. Everything you're clicking is a Tier 3, isn't it? In fact, nearly 3/4 of the state's 39,000 registered sex offenders are in that worst tier.
There's more than I expected, but I wasn't surprised.
In Florida, with the nation's top-rated list, only about 1 in 10 sex offenders are labeled predators, and that is decided by a judge. In Michigan, there's no judge involved. Instead, offenders make the list for molesting a child under age 13 or for sexual penetration, no matter the age. And many would say, if they're not in prison, Tier 3 is where they belong.
Has a child molester ever really paid his debt to society? I don't think so.
But consider Rick McQuillan, who was 17 when he had a consensual one-afternoon stand with a 15-year-old girl. Because it involved penetration, he made that predator tier.
I'll always get those glances like, oh my God, he's a Tier 3.
And that's another reason a longtime Grand Rapids crime prevention organizer finds Michigan's list worthless.
We don't have rapists running in the streets or banging down doors and crashing through windows on a daily basis. Most of these people that are on that list that are considered extremely dangerous or dangerous predators are probably never going to offend again.
But defenders of the list say a Tier 3 designation might actually limit their opportunities to offend again, protecting children. Tier 3 includes Michael Cedarquist, who got prison time for molesting 2 young girls, both relatives, in 2005. Brian? No. Then there's Brian Schoonmaker, who says a night of heavy drinking led him to molest a relative 24 years ago.
She was like just turned 13 at the time, and I mistakenly started messing around with her, you know, because I thought she was my wife at first.
4 years later, he got 10 years in prison for molesting another young relative.
I wasn't out stalking. I wasn't, you know, taking pictures of little kids in playgrounds and all that kind of stuff. It was just a situation, you know. Basically, to me, it was like a family situation, you know, keep it in the family. I don't know, you know.
Yeah. Senator Rick Jones helped create the tier system and believes it does make it easier for you to identify the real threats. It makes it sound like there are 30,000 dangerous predators living amongst us in Michigan.
Well, obviously, people that molest children are the most dangerous people, and you want them on the list.
But even state police say picking out predators is not that simple.
It's just information that we give the public to let them make the decision on their own. You know, they have to make that determination whether they feel they're dangerous or not.
I'm Target 8 investigator Ken Kolker.
Our Target 8 investigation continues tomorrow morning on Daybreak and then again on 24 Hour News 8 at 6.
You'll see Ken's investigation into why the man who was 17 when he had sex with a 15-year-old is considered one of the most dangerous predators.